be the sacrifice. Oh, if a heart is all you need, use this heart in me. Use this heart in me. If you're looking for an offering, I'll be the sacrifice. No matter what it costs me, I'll lay it on the line. There's nothing I could own, it's not worth letting go. If you can't use my life, I'll be the sacrifice. Yeah, I'll be the sacrifice.
Good morning, everyone. Happy 250th birthday to America. It's good to see you all this morning. Here's some good news about our musical lives here at First Unity. Starting today, this brilliant and uber-talented young lady will be with us the first Sunday of every month, and I couldn't be happier. So this is very good news. So let's please welcome back Ashby Laws.
Today I woke up to blue skies and a rising sun, just barely touching the earth, and rays of light creating birth. Today I woke up to a forest of trees beginning to blossom in a sea of green, birds singing as they fly here, now, there, deer grazing where it's no longer bare. Today I woke up to the possibility that I am nature and nature is me, that today I fly on the wings of a hawk, swim with the geese on the rivers rise and fall. We all live to the rhythm of a universal law, where peace resides, there is room for us all. Today I woke up to the freedom I have. I can sing, I can cry, I can speak, I can laugh. Today I woke up knowing inside. Today I begin waking others worldwide. Today I woke up to the possibility that I am nature and nature is me. where peace resides, there is room for us all. We all live to the rhythm of a universal law, where peace resides, there is room for us all. 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 Thank you.
Thank you, Ashby. That was absolutely beautiful, and we're so delighted to have you every month. We're so delighted to have you first Sunday of the month. That'll be something for us all to look forward to, right? Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. If we haven't met, I'm Reverend Jan Mourning. It is my honor to serve as minister here at First Unity Church of St. Louis, and I just want you all to know that we are an absolutely, unequivocally inclusive community, which means to us that no matter who you are, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey, you are unequivocally welcome here. So welcome, everyone. And if you are here for the first time, I'm not sure that I see anybody who is, so I'll do this quickly. There is a yellow guest information card in the pew in front of you. If you fill it out and check the appropriate box on the back, we'll be glad to gift you a year subscription to our Daily Word magazine. And if you're watching online, we offer you the exact same thing. If you can just find our website, unitystl.org, and contact the Contact Us section, fill out the information, we will start a year subscription for you. And if you're in-house and you're in need of prayer, or you just would like to pray about something on your heart, whether it's a challenge or a celebration, we have a highly trained prayer chaplain, Mary Chiminello, who will be over in that corner, right, Mary, to pray with you after service. So, and if you're watching online, same thing, just find the Need Prayer section on our website, fill out all your information, and we absolutely will pray for you, hold you in our prayer circle for 30 days. So now, before I do upcoming events, I just want to have a great announcement, and that is our new directory is up and working. Yay! I know it took a while, but I don't think some of the people here I need to thank. Really want to thank Valerie Harris, whose idea it was to do it this way, and she's worked really hard on that. Patricia Reese, who's back there, Carol Ellerman. I'd like to thank everybody who made it happen. If you did not receive the email welcoming you to the new directory, that might mean that you did not give us your email address on that little card. So just call or email the church and tell us what happened, and give your information either online or by telephone, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. It's really, really cool to have that. So now for upcoming events. These are on our website, Facebook page, and included in our newsletter, and they'll also be shown at the end of service. So we have a busy July, as you can see. On the 12th, the hospitality ministry will meet at noon in the adult classroom. That's our ministry that deals with fun and fundraising activities, both kinds, to just get us all together at various times. And then on the 13th, the Red Cross blood drive will be held here from 2 to 6 in the community room downstairs. The representative from Red Cross is coming to meet with me this week, so I'll have more information next week. But I know there is an online way you can register now, or you can register in person when you come. So, and I'd like to thank the 4 people who signed up to work. We have 4 workers, which is exactly what we needed. Going through the month, book club meets on the 14th. Quilters and Crafters meet on the 16th. I want to particularly highlight the 19th because that is our community service ministry at 12 noon in the adult classroom. That's chaired by Hope Dotson. And that is the ministry that really works on getting us out in the community and doing greater good, not just for ourselves, but for the people in the immediate community and in the greater community of St. Louis and even beyond. And then I hope you have it on your calendars. Our second annual bingo night will be Friday, August 14th. Adults $20, kids $10. Doors open at 6. Bingo starts at 7. We're kind of tweaking it a little bit based on last year and making some improvements. And then finally, last but not least, our wonderful grief group meets on the 22nd. That's from 1 to 3 in the adult classroom. So now, if everybody's willing and able, I'd like to have you stand for our first community song, which is Love Is My Decision. That's one of my favorite Daniel Nahmod songs. What? Oh, thank you. Chuck's my keeper. Okay, you can remain standing. We'll do it that way. I didn't have it in my notes, but I had it on the screen. Okay, first of the month, we always do the vision, mission, and core values. I'm going to do them this week without messing them up. Are you ready? Okay, we start with vision first. In oneness of spirit, we celebrate a world awakened to infinite possibilities, our mission. We are a vibrant, inclusive spiritual community, enriching lives through positive prayer, education, and service. And our core values from the top down, clockwise, ready? Spirit-led, love, oneness, acceptance, welcoming, and spiritual growth. And so now we'll stand for Daniel Nahmod's song, Love Is My Decision, sung by Chuck and accompanied by Steve. Thank you both.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
Good morning. My name is Mary Trumanello, and I have the privilege of being your prayer chaplain today. I will be over by the windows after the service to pray on anything that is on your heart. And as always, all prayers are kept confidential. Today's word is interdependence. I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. Would you repeat that with me? I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. At our best, members of the human family rely upon and support one another. We give and we receive. We help and are helped. We comfort and are comforted. I remember this at times I feel alone in the world. Even if I'm tempted to cope with a difficult situation on my own, I will accept and offer of help if it comes. Likewise, if I see someone struggling, I will offer to lighten their load. With each interaction, I deepen my awareness of the infinite goodness of all people. I also express my spiritual nature more fully and easily as I communicate, cooperate, and contribute to the good of others and open my heart to receive. We belong to one another, united in our divinity and interdependent in our humanity. And from 1 Peter 3:8, finally, all of you have a unity of spirit, sympathy, love for one another, a tender heart, and a humble mind. Let us pray. Let us take a deep breath, and as we let it out, let us just be in this silence, in this beautiful sanctuary, feeling the interdependence, the love, the caring, the reaching out we have in this church. And then let us take it out those doors, out into the world, with just a kind word, a smile, a reaching out hand. We can change the world. As we celebrate the 250 years of our independence, let us always remember it could have never happened if we didn't have interdependence. And so it is. Amen.
One light, one sun lighting everyone. One world turning everyone. One world, one world home for everyone. One dream, one song heard by everyone. One love, one heart warming everyone. One hope, one joy, one love filling everyone. One light, one sun lighting everyone. One world turning everyone. One world, one world home for everyone. One dream, one song heard by everyone. One love, one heart warming everyone. One hope, one joy, one love filling everyone. One light, one sun lighting everyone. One light warming everyone.
Thank you, Ashley. That was beautiful. So I'm going to start today with a very deep theological question. Are you ready? How many of you have heard of a salt doll? Anybody ever heard of a doll made out of salt? I hadn't either until I found this story. And it's a story by Father Anthony DeMello, who was a Jesuit priest, author, and psychotherapist from India. And DeMello was known for integrating Eastern and Western spirituality, which is exactly what our co-founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, did. So as the story goes, a salt doll journeyed thousands of miles until she finally came to a vast sea. She had never seen anything like it. The waves were just so high and beautiful, and she was amazed. And so she said to the sea, "What are you?" And the sea said, "I am the sea. I am the sea." And she looked at the sea again, and pretty soon he said, "What are you?" And she said, "I don't know." So he said, "Well, come on into the sea with me, and we'll talk about it." So she stepped into the sea, and of course she began to melt. And she was melting and melting, and finally there was just a little piece of her left. And she looked at the vast sea, and she said, "Now I know what I am." Isn't that a beautiful story? You can see that connection between Eastern and Western theology. And the thing is, sometimes we have to be willing to dissolve much of what we thought we were in order to be who we truly are. And that's an important point. This is true for both individuals and for organizations like the church. So today we're going to begin a series looking closely at First Unity's core values. I know we said them together a few minutes ago, but I want to go back a little bit and just dig more deeply into each one. And a typical definition for a core value is an organization's fundamental beliefs and guiding practices, serving as a moral compass to dictate how decisions are made and how the organization engages with its greater community. Core values define who we are as a spiritual community and also who each one of us is as a human being. So this week, as it's already been said a couple times, we've been celebrating our country's 250th birthday. In an article entitled "Freedom from the Inside Out," New Thought minister Martha Creek, whom I love, notes that we remember the courage and foresight of those who founded a nation based on liberty and the pursuit of possibility. I like that better than happiness. The pursuit of possibility. She writes, "Independence Day invites us into the deep question, what does it mean to live truly free? It certainly doesn't mean living with no challenges. It means knowing we don't face challenges alone and that our true nature is greater than any earthly problem." Spiritual freedom is really a practice. And in our spiritual community and in our personal lives, we stand on the foundation of our first core value, which is what? Spirit-led. Spirit-led, that's our very first one. And it's defined, we defined it in the day as to transcend human identity and claim our spiritual identity by aligning with and living in oneness with infinite spirit. Webster defines transcend as to go beyond the limits or range of, go beyond it. So to me, that means to be more and to do more than we thought was even possible. So Martha Creek says, most of us know what it feels like to be captive, not necessarily by governments and circumstances, but by worry, resentment, fear, perfectionism, self-judgment are old stories that continue to take up valuable space in our minds. We may be free to travel, speak, vote, and make choices, but still we find ourselves imprisoned by our own thoughts that limit our joy and peace. So when we think we are only human, we absolutely are falling into a state of mistaken identity, because in truth we are so much more. We are so much more than our human selves. In the words of the French philosopher Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, my French is a little weak, said, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but," say the rest of it with me please, We are spiritual beings having a human experience. The word metaphysics means beyond the physical. And so we look beyond the physicality to our threefold nature of humankind. And that is absolutely spirit, soul, and body. Reverend Eric Butterworth, our uni legend, said, "Spirit is never changing. It's the I am of us. It's our higher self. It's our true essence. It's the indwelling Christ. Spirit in you is you. It is the whole of you, which you may be expressing only in part. Spirit is that part of you in constant alignment with God." And the Jaffalas, who you all know from the book The Lazarus Blueprint, they say in the book The Simple Truth, a different book, I love this title, The Simple Truth, Making Sense of God, Life, and Other Stuff. And they say that spirit in us is the invisible you, invincible you. Is both invisible and invincible. It is the real you, the part of you that recognizes God living in you as you. You will always want to feel your connection to spirit because it will unerringly guide you to what is best for you. So that's the first part of our being. The second part of our nature is soul. Now we have to admit that we use the term soul differently from traditional Christianity. In New Thought, and in Unity included, we see soul as the whole spectrum of our awareness. It's our conscious and subconscious minds. It's the seat of intellect and emotions. It's like a hard drive, sort of. It receives and stores data and information and memories. So the soul has been called the changeable you because our feelings and thoughts are always changeable, right? And so it's not consistent, it's changeable. And the third aspect is the body, which represents not just the physical body, but all of physicality. And that is it's through which we take in information through our senses about the outer world. Some of it is very temporary, some of it isn't even true, but it's what we take in. And that's called the tangible you because it's physical and we can touch it and it's tangible. So, however, the soul stores inspiration and divine intelligence from spirit. That's one of its choices. However, and many of you know this, the soul has a very peculiar characteristic. I tried to find a graphic for this, but I failed. And that is the soul is pivotal. It is pivotal. In the face of any earthly challenge, whether it's a small one or a major life challenge, the soul can turn directly to spirit and align in all the spiritual truths of the absolute. That would be wholeness and power and love and all divine ideas. Or, big or, it can turn and focus on the temporary challenges which bring us worry and fear. We turn to spirit within, and when we do, that's what we need to do, we align with everything, absolute wholeness, power, and love, as I said. So when we are spirit-led, no matter what is happening around us, we turn to those divine ideas. And that means in the face of a frightening diagnosis, we align in wholeness. We feel that wholeness. It's who we are. In the face of outer conflict, we pivot to peace. In the face of lack, any kind of lack, we claim abundance. We react to inner divine prompting instead of what is in front of us appearing. In our personal lives, if we react to every single thing that we see and hear and touch and smell, we give our freedom away to everyone we meet and every situation we encounter. And our freedom is too precious to give away. So now obviously this graphic and these three circles are not really separate circles. And in our makeup, they operate together as one because we are fully human and we are fully divine. When I was taking classes for my licensed unit teacher program, one of my favorite teachers gave us the same homework assignment every single day, and I'm going to give it to you because it's a great assignment. And it was, this day, think of something you can do for your spirit, think of something you can do for your mind, and think of something you can do for your body. So just think about that. You can pray and meditate for your spirit. You can Just read something wonderful for your mind, something positive, and you can exercise or do other things for your body, and we can switch that up. So from spirit, the point is, we come to that deep inner knowing based on inspiration and intuition. Uni co-founder Charles Fillmore says, intuition is the flash of spiritual truth without going to the intellect. It is the wisdom of the heart, very much surer in guidance than the head. When one trusts spirit and looks to it for understanding, a certain confidence in the invisible good develops. Through divine intuition, we have direct access to the wisdom of God. We have the ability to become still and hear that still small voice. Gandhi said, "Spirit, God speaks to us every day, only we don't know how to listen." And I think that's true. This kind of listening requires prayer, time in the silence, and practice. How many of us struggling with a problem, you don't have to raise your hand, it's just a theoretical question. How many of us struggling with a problem read everything we can get our hands on, scan the internet, consult with all of our friends, and check in with ChatGPT? We're all guilty of it. We just go all over the world trying to find our answers. Then suddenly, seemingly out of the blue, the inspiration flashes in our minds. Intuition has been called our sixth sense, our inner compass. The truth is, your GPS might fail you, but your IGS, which is your internal guidance system, never will fail you. Inspiration may come a while after your prayer and meditation. It's not always immediate. It may come as an image, a dream, a song on the radio, or a sign you pass on the highway. It might be a clear warning or a clear directive or a warning like, don't go there, no, that's not yours to do. Regardless, with divine inspiration, we have all the power, wisdom, and guidance that we need. So this is a quick story. Last week, before the heat wave, I purchased Muni tickets to take my daughter, granddaughter, and grandson to see Shrek on a Tuesday when the real temperature was 90-something and it was, heat factor of 118 or something. So I left church a little early that day to go home and kind of relax and be cool in my house. And I got everything ready for the Muni. I, got my water bottle. I got some ice. I took the tickets and put them on the dining room table so I wouldn't, miss them on the way out. And I was all ready to go. And I grabbed everything and I started loading the car. And my tickets were not on the dining room table. And I swear I'd put them there. And I had a friend there a few minutes to stop by to get a book, and I thought, well, maybe she picked them up accidentally. I called her. No, I didn't see any tickets. I didn't take them. I would love to tell you that your minister took a deep breath, turned directly to the divine, and said, God, I know this is all and well. That was not exactly my reaction. I panicked. I had to be at my daughter's at 5:30. It was like 5 minutes after 5. Because we were going out to dinner at the Muni. It was just crazy. Finally, I just thought, this is doing me no good. So I took a few minutes. I sat down in my meditation chair. I just breathed and I said, God knows and God shows. God knows and God shows. Within seconds, I thought, I'm going to look in that drawer where I usually keep them. I know I took them out, but I'm going to look there. Sure enough, I had put something else in the drawer and I'd accidentally put the tickets back in the drawer. And I was like 10 minutes late leaving the house. I hardly saw a car on the road, possibly from the heat, but I'm giving God credit. And I was relaxed, I was calm, and I thought, if only I had turned there in the first place, if only I had done that. So part of us is always receptive to that divine guidance. But in our human skins, sometimes we don't turn there first. When the soul looks inward, it sees something greater than itself. But when it looks outward, it's in ego mode. Unfortunately, and I really believe this, in many New Thought circles today, the ego has replaced the devil as our nemesis. We don't believe in a devil in unity, but we certainly talk a lot about ego. Some churches do. So as Reverend Ellen Davenport writes in the book, The 5 Principles, A Guide to Practical Spirituality, the ego is the functioning human. It's the part of us that gets up and gets through the day, using the brain and the 5 senses. Ego isn't a bad thing. It just forgets that it is not alone, that it is not carrying the entire burden of our survival. Ego tends to overreact. Ego has been called edging God out. That's one thing it stands for, edging God out, because we go there before we go to the divine. The voice of ego might sound logical and rational, but it's often based on fear and a sense of separation. As Marianne Williamson writes, ego says, once everything falls into place, I'll feel peace. Spirit says, find your peace, and then everything will fall into place. That is so true. So a question that I've been asked again and again since I've been a minister, and sometimes I've asked myself, is how can I be sure I'm turning to divine intuition and not to my human ego? How can I do like a little check on that? Well, there's a story about a woman named Sue who had been told by her doctor that she was vastly overweight and she had to lose at least 50 pounds or she would be in a serious health risk. So she took it seriously and she stopped eating her very favorite food in all the world, and that was bakery treats and sweets. She didn't eat any of them for 6 months. She lost quite a bit of weight. Everything was going well, but she woke up one morning and she had this insatiable craving for jelly donuts. And she thought, I've been so good. I think I deserve to treat myself. I'm gonna pray about this, but I really think I deserve to treat myself. So she's driving to work with her usual way, except she took a little detour by the bakery, and she said, God, I know you are there, and I know you will guide me. If there's a parking spot in front of this bakery, I'm gonna know that you're telling me this is okay. So she drove up, and guess what? There was a parking spot right smack in front of the bakery. So she went in and she prayed. She said, oh God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. You just provided this parking spot for me on my 10th round around the block. I love that story. I think it can all speak to all of us, can it not? It can speak to all of us. So Ellen Davenport addresses this quandary about whether we are turning to divine guidance or whether we're turning to ego in an article that we've looked at before. It is entitled, God, Is That You Calling? She writes, and I love this, the Bible makes it sound so easy. Moses had his burning bush. Adam and Eve had God strolling through the garden. Isaiah had visions. Samuel heard God calling his name in the night. And Paul was struck blind and heard a heavenly voice. Jesus taught that God is within, always present. Clearly, the Bible's vivid descriptions of hearing God's voice represent intuition. Moses and all the others may have had mystical experiences. We're not saying they didn't, but they were always open to deep inner knowing. We have to be receptive. And Reverend Ellen writes, when we wonder if our aha moments are divine or from our human ego, the only option may be to trust the voice, follow the experience, follow the guidance, and see what happens. She says mistakes and divine detours might be part of our journey. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? However, she does suggest, we're going to get practical here now, she does suggest some ways that we might be able to discern whether we are getting impulses from the divine or from our own ego. And so here's what she says. First of all, if it's divine inspiration, it works for the highest good of self and everyone concerned, even if it's not immediately evident. Sometimes we even hear of people engaging in violent acts because they believe they're hearing the voice of God, and I think that's mental illness. It's certainly not divine inspiration. The second one is divine inspiration can be an idea we've never, ever considered. We haven't even entertained it at all. It might feel more like an assignment than an option. It might not really sound like what you really want to do. And you might, like Moses, ask, who, me? I can't do this. Send my brother. That was the exact reaction I had when Randy Schmalig wanted me to take over here as minister. I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Very human reaction. Third one is, if it's truly divine inspiration, it probably won't go away, but it will keep resurfacing. It might resurface in dreams, songs, stories, conversations you've had with somebody else, but it keeps resurfacing until you pay attention to it. It has been said that God can be a nag. So that's that one. And then finally, not finally, but next, if it's divine inspiration, it gives you this feeling of love, joy, and truth. The path may be difficult. It doesn't mean it's going to make it easy. And you may at times wonder if God is still with you, but there is an inner satisfaction and certainty. And Reverend Ellen says this is the really important one. It's counterintuitive, so get ready. Eventually, we stop asking if we've heard God's voice. The question no longer has meaning for us. We simply know what we know, and the questions, is it me? Is it God, seem redundant. It is I, it is God expressing as me. God and I are one. So this means we come to surrender and trust that the wisest of all teachers lives within each one of us. In the book A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle writes, Jesus speaks of the innermost I am, the essence identity of every man, woman, and child. Now, some Christian mystics call this the Christ within, which we do in unity. Buddhists call it your Buddha nature. For Hindus, it's Atman, the indwelling God. Charles Fillmore's favorite Bible verse was, Christ in you, the hope of glory. Christ in you, the hope of glory. So what does being a spiritually led community look like, a spiritual community look like? I know a lot of you don't know this, and I probably should have said it before now, but almost a decade ago, a group of 35 people, all volunteers, gathered to create our vision, mission, core values, led by a very wonderful facilitator, Tony Bain. And afterwards, a very small group of us, I think there were 3 of us, came together to create community and personal practices for each goal. Now, remembering our definition of spirit-led, could we have the next slide? Thank you. Let's read this together. This is our definition of spirit-led, which we wrote as a spiritual community. Together, we transcend our human identity and claim our spiritual identity by aligning with and living in awareness of infinite spirit. And our community practices are, first, and I'd like you to read these with me too, we begin all meetings with prayer. Second, we provide opportunities to deepen understanding and practice unity principles. And 3, we follow Spirit's guidance in all decisions. If you've ever been on the Board of Trustees, you know how true this is. We always talk about what is our spiritual guidance here, and we try to make all decisions based on that. Personal practices will change, so maybe you don't like these, you can create your own, but the ones that we came up with were, first of all, say it with me, I take life's joys and challenges into prayer. Secondly, I engage in spiritual practices that keep me conscious of spirit, and I make choices that deepen my relationship with the divine. So today, as we pray for continued freedom in our country and countries all over the world, freedom and independence, let us also celebrate our own inner freedom and independence. In this spiritual community and in our personal lives, we are on this earth to bring the goodness of God out, to express God in all ways, and to live from the truth of our being, moment by moment, thought by thought, word by word, act by act. We make a decision to be spirit-led, to turn our pivotal souls to the Christ when challenges show up in our lives. We align and live in oneness with infinite spirit. We claim all of the divine ideas of godness and goodness, and we intuitively know that the power within us is greater than the power in this world. So today, let us all set the intention to joyfully live in the consciousness of being spirit-led, spirit-fed, bringing much-needed love, harmony, and peace to ourselves, our community, and to the world. And so it is. So now let's take a moment to affirm the truth about our God that's being affirmed in unity churches all over the globe. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and at work in my life. God, the good, omnipotent, and so it is.
the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
So now I invite you to close your outer eyes if you have not already done so and that's comfortable. And then just relax in your seat wherever you are. Take that deep cleansing breath, hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly, gently release. In this sacred moment, there is nothing in your head or in your life more important than experiencing the presence of God. As you continue breathing in and breathing out, feel your heart and soul go deeper into your God. And like the little salt doll, as you release each breath, be willing to dissolve anything that is not true about your divine nature. Release any worries, fears, thoughts of lack, or thoughts that you are less than. Just gently sweep them away and feel the weight on your shoulders disappear. Feel any tension in your body relax and your mind become clear. Know that through the indwelling Christ, you are an individualized expression of God. So in this consciousness, feel the love and light of God surrounding you, enfolding you, expressing as you. Connect to the inner knowing deep within your soul that you are one with the Most High. The omnipresence of God and the whole of Spirit is present in its entirety at every point of the universe. There can never be a distance between you and God, and you have all you need to solve life problems, manifest your dreams and desires, and live from your true identity. The light within you shines brightly, revealing whatever needs to be revealed. So take a moment now to feel this truth in every fiber of your being. The love and wisdom of divine mind is within you, guiding you, inspiring you, and leading you always to your ever-unfolding good. Uni co-founder Myrtle Fillmore wrote, "Each day you should have a period of stillness when your soul may gather sustaining power and restoring life. God gives freely. It is up to us to keep receiving channels open." Center yourself now in the awareness of your divine identity as we prepare to do just that. If you have a desire on your heart, a challenge in your life, or a problem that needs to be solved, just prepare to turn your pivotal soul away from the issue and to the power and goodness of God. In this consciousness, take your desire into the silence for a few moments and just listen. Divine guidance is right now revealing answers. Divine inspiration is presenting new thoughts and creative ideas. Just open your heart to listen now for a few moments in the silence. So as we come back together as a greater spiritual community, realize that as you move through your day and the weeks ahead, signs and signals will continue to manifest. One in divine wisdom, trust, follow your inner voice. Know that the light of God is leading you onward, setting the intention now to be compassionate with yourself. In the midst of any outward conflicts or turmoil, you are able to look past appearance and to stay centered in the love and peace and wisdom you are. You are the light of the world. Let your light shine. And so it is, and so we joyously allow it to be. Thank you, God. Amen.
I know a girl who was schooled in Manhattan. She reads dusty books and learns phrases in Latin. She is an author, or maybe a poet, a genius, but it's just this world doesn't know it. She works on her novel most every day. If you laugh, she will say, seize the day, seize whatever you can, 'cause life slips away just like hourglass sand. Seize the day, the grace from God's hand, then nothing will stand in your way. Seize the day, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-da-dum, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-dum. Well, I know a doctor, a fine young physician, left a six-figure job for a mission position. He's healing the sick in an African clinic. He works in the dirt and rides home to the cynics. He says we work through the night, so most every day as we watch the sunrise we can say, seize the day, seize whatever you can, 'cause life slips away just like hourglass sand. Seize the day, the grace from God's hand, then nothing will stand in your way. Seize the day, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-dum, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-dum. One thing I've noticed, wherever I wander, everyone's got a dream they can follow or squander. You can do what you will with the days you are given. I'm trying to spend mine on the business of living. So I'm singing my songs off of any old stage. You can laugh if you want, I'll still say, seize the day, seize whatever you can, 'cause life slips away just like hourglass sand. Seize the day, the grace from God's hand, and nothing can stand in your way. Seize the day, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-dum, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-da-da-da-dum, la-di-da-da-da-da. Nothing can stand in your way. Seize the day, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-da-da-da-dum, la-di-da-da-da-da-dum.
Thank you, Ashley. Every single one of your songs was perfect for today's message. So we're attuned, are we not? Yes. It's called divine order, right? It is. So, okay, so now we get a chance to just pause and breathe and give thanks for our many blessings. So we appreciate your financial donations, as we certainly depend upon them to not only take care of our own church building and all that requires, but also to go out into the world and help other people. So for everyone, contributions can be made by Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and our newest option, Zephy. The Zephy donation platform does not charge any percentage-based fees. I've been doing that, and you immediately get a printout of your contributions, so you can save it for taxes, and it's very, very convenient. And 100% of the gift goes directly to First Uni, so none is taken out, which is really good. Just hit the donate button on our unistl.org or our YouTube channel, and we do still accept cash and good old-fashioned checks. There's a box in the back for those of you who are in-house. Knowing that we are one with divine source and each other, join me, please, in our prosperity prayer. Together, divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We affirm that God is our source, and we are grateful for prosperity in our personal lives and in our spiritual community. And now if you would stand, if you're willing and able, for our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. The presence indwells us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much for being here this week. We hope to see you again next week, and we hope to see everybody online. As a vibrant, inclusive spiritual community, we come together in oneness of spirit to support one another and express godness and goodness in the world. Our service will end today appropriately with a beautiful hymn. I don't know if exactly it's a hymn, but the beautiful song, America the Beautiful, which Chuck's going to do in a moment, accompanied by Steve. Please do come downstairs for coffee and conversation. I saw lots of good goodies coming in this morning, so come on downstairs. Thank you, Chuck.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet whose stern question stress, a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mind thy every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Oh, beautiful for patriotry that sees beyond the years, thy alabaster city gleams undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown
gift of grace is Jesus, my Redeemer. There is no more for heaven now to give. He is my joy, my righteousness and freedom, my steadfast love, my deep and boundless peace. To this I hold, my hope is only Jesus. For my life is wholly bound to His. Oh, how strange and divine, I can sing all is mine, yet not I, but through Christ in me. The night is dark, but I am not forsaken. For by my side, the Savior, He will stay. I labor on in weakness and rejoicing, for in my need His power is displayed. To this I hold, my shepherd will defend me. Through the deepest valley He will lead. Oh, the night has been won, and I shall overcome, yet not I, but through Christ in me. No fate I dread, I know I am forgiven. The future sure, the price it has been paid. For Jesus bled and suffered for my pardon, and He was raised to overthrow the grave. To this I hold, my sin has been defeated. Jesus now and ever is my plea.
Before I bring my need, I will bring my heart. Before I lift my cares, I will lift my arms. I wanna know you, I wanna find you in every season, in every moment. Before I bring my need, I will bring my heart and seek you. Before I speak a word, let me hear your voice. And in the midst of pain, let me feel your joy.